this video is going to be a little bit different. What I am working on is I'm going to replace the exhaust fan in our bathroom. I'm sick of looking at it. This ugly old yellow fan cover just was an eyesore in here. We were at the Home Depot and I wanted to look at fans to see about swapping this out, and I found something pretty cool. Alright, so it's this Broan, B-R-O-A-N, Sensonic Bluetooth speaker and light exhaust fan. 110 CFMs. Yeah. So you can change the colors. Bluetooth speaker. I think it'll be pretty cool. It was like $200 at Home Depot. I got it on Amazon for $180. So I gotta pull this out. I'm gonna do an installation and show it to you. There's two nails halfway installed there. I think that might be the only thing keeping that thing up in there. We'll find out. And then of course there's gonna be a hose on the back of that outlet. So this thing comes with a switch like so, 3-position switch. It's battery operated switch. So it is gonna go in here. So you have to have a different style cover, like a rocker switch. I got these toggle switches. So the toggle switch for the light's gonna stay. I could replace it, but I'm not going to. Put a different style in. I'll show you that. I got a face cover on, or switch cover on Amazon also. It was like $7, and I'll be able to put that switch in, and I'll show you that. But the weird thing about it is, so if you were just replacing the fan, I could just flip the switch off, and now it's isolated, no power. Because of how this works, it's a Bluetooth basically switch with batteries. It's gonna live here, but the power still needs to go up to the fan and be hot. So you actually remove the switch, and I'll show you. We're gonna just wire nut the wires together. It stays hot. So to do that, I found the breaker in the breaker panel. I'm gonna kill power to the bathroom, so this is all dead, and then swap that out last. But it's off right now, so I can go ahead and remove that. Here is the fan housing. We'll remove the fan out of there to install. Here is the switch. We can remove it from this cover. It holds two AAAs. There's a bracket there, 2 brackets actually, and then the duct outlet with the flapper valve. So we'll get this apart. And then there's also out there the cover that goes over the top. All right, I'm gonna use this pry bar to pop these 2 nails out hopefully without damaging the drywall. Don't want to pry against the drywall. I was so baffled. I took that fan out of there expecting to find wiring going to it. There's the wire up there, and there's the hose right there, and the fan that's been running is in there. So this fan that I just pulled out wasn't even working. It was just plugging a hole, so God only knows. This is the strangest thing to me. So that is a newer fan that is just sitting up in the attic space, and that other fan was absolutely doing nothing. So I gotta disassemble that, get that out of there, and then I'll have the power, put my new stuff in. What in the world do people do? Alright, so this is a fluke meter. It's for checking electricity, see if it's hot. You can stick that in the outlet or just hold it up to a wire. So it's flashing, it's on. Black wire is hot. You can see that tone, red light tone, hot. So that's how you can check for power too. Yeah, so this fan was so weird, just sitting up in there behind the other one. And this one was actually working. It's not that old either, it's newer. I just had a random one of these retainer nuts for wire connectors just laying on a windowsill. It's been sitting there for years. No idea where it came from. It might be from this. But just sitting there, I'm like, I need basically, so you get the wire through there and the clamp on the back, but you're supposed to have the this nut. I'm thinking this is it. For some reason, it just has been sitting there forever. It wasn't for me, but I hope this works. It worked. The nut's on there. I didn't know that was there. I mean, I just happened to see it when I walked up the steps looking for one of those. And I'm like, that's been sitting there forever. So wild. I can't believe I found that and it worked just randomly. All right, so we got our wire through here and a bolt goes in the outside, from the outside in, and that holds that plate. That wire is now trapped in there. And then I got the duct in here. And then I think we're gonna put the duct together first. All right, I got that flapper duct with the hose on it. And now I'll just put a screw in right there. And so because I only had one stud on the back side, I just drilled in those, there's some pilot holes there, drilled those into the attic truss and put 2 of their mount screws into there, so that'll hold it. The wiring's pretty self-explanatory. The green is ground, white is what your common, and your black is your hot power. Positive, the black is. So you have a white wire, black wire up there, and then bare copper. The bare copper will go to the green. All right, wire nuts are on under there. You slide that up, and then there's a little screw that goes into here and keeps it in place. All right, now the blower's going in. Once it slides up in, this will mate up to our outlet duct flapper, and then this plugs into that receptacle that we just wired up. All right, now we put, this is a light speaker, put this on, plugs in, and there's these hangers on each side that clip up on there. So I'm gonna put that up there now. All right, so I put the connector up in, and then there's just these 2 spring-loaded wires, and you put them in the brackets, and it pulls it up against the ceiling. So now it's good to go. Looks much nicer than that old yellow nasty one. We'll have a light in here. I can put like a night light on in there, so it won't be super bright if you use the bathroom in the middle of the night. All right, next step is to do the switch. So I'm gonna pull the cover off, and then I'll have to kill the breaker when I do this because you actually hook the wires up so it stays hot all the time. All right, so I'm going to pull, the left one is the fan. I'm going to kill the power with the breaker so this isn't hot in here. I'm going to pull that switch, and I'm going to take this switch out of the cover that it came in, and it's going to go like this. It's going to go in there, and that one's still going to have a regular toggle switch. So just to show you, I'm going to test it right now. It's hot in here. Let's see, where's the power coming in? It must be on the back, I can't see. So it's hot right now. I'm gonna go kill the breaker. Alright, it doesn't come with batteries, so 2 AAAs. You could just flip the switch on and leave this thing sit somewhere and it'll work, but It'll look much better this way. Got the Milwaukee tripod light here. Dead. No power. Safe. So all we have to do, I put the two hot wires off of the switch together with a wire nut. I'm going to tuck it back in that corner out of the way and put the ground wire with the other ground wire. Alright, so I took the switch out. So it's just this, and I'm going to screw it in and then put the plate over it. Alright, switch is in place there. We'll see if we can put this cover on now. Alright, there it is. Switch with the other toggle switch. Okay, now that we put power on, you have 3 minutes to link up. So we hold the white light button for 5 seconds, and that light should flash. There we go. Flashed. You just hold that for 5 seconds, now it's linked up. Alright, got that cool light. We didn't have a light before. We had an ugly yellow cover, that a fan that wasn't even wired up right there. So alright, now I gotta figure everything else out. Fan is right here. Much louder, but that's alright. It makes a little bit of noise. I like bathroom noise. And then you can change the lights probably right here. Okay, there's a orange or red. It's pretty cool. Yellow, green, oh shit. I don't know what I did. White. Yellow. I don't know what I'm doing. Red, purple. You can keep bumping it. Blue, real blue, teal, green. But this will be nice in night to have, instead of having that bright white light on, like bam, just have a nice like night light. I like it. And then if you just hit the top button, it's white light. Dims out. I like it. I'm liking it. Alright, I'm gonna get the app and see how the audio is. Okay, so I just went to my Bluetooth and connected to it. Chroma Comfort was there. 1, 2, 3, 4 pin connects to it. There's an app too, and then you can do more, change the lights and stuff, but you don't really need it. I don't know. I'll probably check out the app, but you can change all the light functions on the app, but you can change them right on the switch too. So, all right, let's see what this sounds like. Oh yeah. It's decent loud. I mean, you're not gonna have like a concert in here, but it'd be nice when you're in the shower. That's all the way up. Oh yeah. That's my old theme song, so I won't get any copyright. Alright, thanks for watching. Broan-NuTone Chroma Comfort Sensonic speaker. This is so much better than what we had before. I'm so happy. I don't have to look at that yellow cover anymore. It took a little while because I had some issues up in there, but ultimately wasn't too bad of an installation if you had normal exhaust fan you were replacing. All right, pretty cool. 200. It's, well, I guess $180 on Amazon, 200 at Home Depot.